Welcome back to Have a Character, the series where you can have a D&D character. For today's character, we have Shoobsh. Shoobsh is a growth meld myconid. He is a giant path barbarian with the Phalos background and a neutral good leaning. So anyone who's looked into the races and classes of D&D likely notices that the myconid is not an official player race. I found a homebrew that I really liked and that I offered to my players as a potential race for them to play if they wanted to, and I made a character around it to kind of test it out. So Shoobsh is in his teens, which is very old for a myconid. He's very tall, at 10 feet tall and 300 pounds. His eyes are bright turquoise, and he has a white body with a purple tint to it. And his mushroom cap is purple with white on the underside and kind of a feathered texture to it. For fun, I drew out how I envisioned Shoobsh would look. As you can see, he's got a drum and a trinket satchel on his belt that he always carries around. And he's just a really big mushroom. Shoobsh is very curious and peaceable and friendly. He's very childlike to outsiders looking in because the customs of non-myconids or softies are unknown to the colonies. So he's constantly walking around and wandering off and exploring and seeing what the different races and cultures are doing and trying to learn about them. As I said earlier, he's part of the growth meld of his myconid colony, a colony that's hidden deep in a misted or fogged forest that not many can get to. He is the largest protector of his colony, which led his people to believe that he was blessed by Silafir, the god of fungus and decay to the myconid people, to protect the colony. While on patrol one day, he was transported to the Feywild by unknown means and for an unknown reason. While there, he tried to find his way back home and collected trinkets that reminded him of home and kept his hopes up. He was also infused with giant magic while there, which gave him his abilities. By the same unknown means that transported him to the Feywild, he was transported back to our realm and spends his days still looking for a way back to his home. As a side note, his barbarian rages aren't from anger, but rather from his meld's duty and ability to defend his people. So he uses his quote-unquote rages to defend his new meld or his traveling party. As I said earlier, myconids aren't an official player race for D&D yet. Any of the ones you find online are going to be homebrews that people have made. This is one that I found on a website called GM Binder that I really liked, and I wanted to make a character to test it out and see how it flowed. That being said, I will post that link in the description and in the comments for you guys to check out if you want to, and to give the original artists and creators accreditation.